Hey, this is Adam. We've got a great show lined up for you this week. Before we get to the podcast, I'd like you to take a minute and listen to a story about Marley. She's a 14-year-old girl and she really needs our help. If any listener is able to help, even $1 is helpful. So if any of you guys are able to help, please donate. Check out the show notes. Check out our Facebook page. You'll be able to see the links all over those places. As always, thanks for listening. This is a dual podcast broadcast for both Living Podcariously and our second podcast, The Twisted 10. Occasionally on our podcasts, we try to give back to the community a little bit and to some friends and family that sometimes are in need. Something was brought to our attention not too long ago from, actually, ironically, through my former stepdaughter, through Kendall. We went to her wedding, and one of the things she was doing with the money that was raised out of the money at the bar and some of her wishing well money was going to a charity. And the charity is for a little girl named Marley. On the phone with us is Jay Benoit. How you doing, Jay? Can you hear us?
I'm doing great, yes.
All right, awesome. Jay's going to go over a little bit of what this benefit is for and why Marley needs our help. There is a GoFundMe set up. I'm going to put the link in the show notes, as well as we're going to share it on both Living Podcariously and the Twisted Tens Facebook pages. So you guys can go out there and take a look at it. Jay, give us just a little bit of a background. And by the way, I know Jay. Jay is Kendall's father, so I've known him for, I guess, maybe 14 or so years at this point, maybe 13 years. So
yeah, a lot of years.
Yeah, we go way back. But yeah, give us a little bit of an update. Now, I pulled the whole GoFundMe, so if you want me to read any of that, I certainly can. But I think it'd be better for people to hear directly from you what this little girl and your relation to her and what's going on with her.
Marley is, I consider her my stepdaughter. I've been with my lady. Her name is Christy. I've been with her for well over a year now. Go around to Marley. Marley is 13, just turned 14 years old. And she kept on complaining about her stomach was hurting and, I don't know what's going on and so on and so forth. And sometimes, your kids have stomach aches and you're just giving them, here you go. Here's some medicine. Here's some nausea medicine. Here's a little thing.
Or the old wives' tale of a stomach ache. Drink some Coca-Cola with it, and it'll take care of it.
Yeah. Just no big deal. So you don't think anything of it. And then it got really bad where then she was getting acid reflux. And it got to a point where, oh my gosh, you can almost smell the acid on her breath. So then we started taking her to the doctor, trying to find out what's going on. It was one medicine after another, after another, after another. And I'm not joking. It was, this one didn't work, so let's do this one. This one didn't work, let's try the dosage up higher. This one doesn't work. It was crazy. So literally, this has been going on for over a year. I have taken her to the hospital several times. And when you're sitting there going, even just the deductible to be admitted to the hospital, not through the emergency room, but through the admittance, like the doctor would ask us to, that's a $500 deductible right there.
Ouch.
To go in. Yes, when you do that several times, and then all of a sudden they're like, we can finish up all this stuff, outpatients, we need to do scopes, we need to do this, we need to do that, we have blood work, and it's consistently, every week, every 2 weeks we're doing something, and it's just, after a full, a year and a couple months now it's been, I've literally gone through, somewhere between $50,000-$60,000 of medical expenses.
Holy cow.
I went through my life savings, and I don't know, if people are listening to this, and I know, Adam, because, hey, we've raised kids, so we know when you have a 13-year-old kid sitting there crying in pain, you are going to fucking do anything you can to make sure that that's taken care of. And this happens on a daily basis. I was supposed to take her to a doctor appointment today, and she's in way too much pain. She goes, I can't go right now. I have to reschedule it. I'm like,
oh my goodness. I'm sorry, Jay. Now
it's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I understand. So, but just out of curiosity, was Marley one of the kids that was at Kendall's wedding?
Yes, she was the one with the long, curly, blonde hair.
Okay.
She made it that day. She's not very social neither, because all this, when all this happened, you're in so much pain, you stay home. We had to take her out of school because she missed so much school and had to do, it's a special program that you can do here in the county, like a virtual school, basically.
Sure. Now,
then she can.
One of the things I was reading off of your GoFundMe, and I guess her mom set up the GoFundMe account for her. Mm-hmm. One of the things that kind of blew my mind, yes, you guys put the details in there of, the what they call the retardation of the stomach. That's the what causes the issues. was the weight loss. So on here you put she lost in 6 months, and keep in mind this is a 13-year-old girl, but she lost 24 pounds in 6 months for a 13-year-old girl who probably doesn't even weigh but 100 pounds to begin with. That's unbelievable to me.
She is skin and bones, because I mean at one point she doesn't want to eat because it's so painful. And what happens with this is the food's going in. She has an acid reflux problem, number one, which isn't a normal acid reflux.
Sure,
She's
no kidding.
on dosages that are like 4 times the normal adult dosage to try to keep that down. Plus the retardation of the stomach, the food sits in her stomach and just turns and turns and turns and turns.
Goodness.
Which isn't supposed to. And then it goes through the digestive system, and then now the newest thing is her large intestine quit working on it.
Oh.
Or I'm not sure if I want to call it quit, but wasn't working properly.
It gave up. So, it was overworking itself, maybe.
Yeah. So, without trying to upset her or get too gross with anybody.
Sure. No. Understood.
You start getting impacted.
Yeah.
She didn't know, because, she was like anybody else. You're going a little bit, but she didn't know. She ended up with gallstones as well. We took her to the hospital, to the Florida hospital in Orlando, and he said, okay, we're going to go in there. We'll run some tests. Let's see how the gallstones are now, because we're giving her medicines for those to shrink. And then we can go in through surgery to take the big one out, leave the small ones there for her to pass. We go there, believe it or not, oh my God.
So you're going to the hospital. She's ready for surgery, right? She's in the mindset of she's going into surgery.
Oh, she's in the mindset of this doctor's like, we're going to fix you. We're going to fix you. We're going to get you in the hospital to fix you. This has been like a year of going through this shit. And she's like, yes, finally, great. I want to go. Yes, let's do this. We go there. The doctor didn't even see her for like a day. Well, no, the first day was there, was gone a day or two, came back, seen her, and then just gone. There's no more doctor. It's like, what the hell? And I know he has to do all these tests. This motherfucker went on vacation while she's sitting in the hospital.
Oh.
And I'm not lying. I'm not fucking lying. Went on vacation. So you want to see a pissed off mom?
Yeah, no kidding.
Woo! I want to be in her way.
Yeah, no
so
kidding.
We had to end up finding a new doctor. And that's when we eventually found a new doctor that took the insurance, so on and so forth. And we have an appointment with her in actually 2 days from now.
Yeah.
It's like, finally, and this doctor, when we went to the hospital last, was the one going through all the records, trying to look at everything, and looking at all the medications and everything she's taking. And she said, what the fuck is going on here? What's happening, and why isn't this taken care of? And so going through the whole spiel, finally, it was a doctor that we felt like, holy shit, she gets it.
Yeah, you really finally found one that understands what's going on, maybe.
For me, I'm a person, I'm not sure if you know, Adam, but I don't go to doctors because I don't trust freaking doctors at all. People looking at me, yes, I'm a little overweight, but guess what? I've had blood tests and I'm perfectly healthy, other than being a little overweight. That's it.
There are those of us that can be healthy and be overweight, right? Me and you, Jay, we know what we're talking about here.
There we go, we're good.
we know what we're talking about.
I like my beer, damn it. I'm not giving it up.
Oh. So on your guys' GoFundMe, on the GoFundMe that's set up, it's really not an unreasonable goal that you guys set. You guys set, from what I remember, it looked like a $5,000 goal to help with a lot of her doctor bills. And that doesn't seem like that's unreasonable. You guys, I mean, in my opinion, should be asking for a hell of a lot more with as much stuff as you guys have to go through. But to me, it looks like a very, very reasonable goal. And I think it's important to point out, you guys even put it on your GoFundMe that yes, Marley does have medical coverage. However, there's so much that's above and beyond medical coverage. That's what they're asking for, because as you just said, you've drained your life savings at this point. Marley's mom has probably used all of her savings that she has available. So you guys are nickel and diming the doctor's bills at this point. So hopefully we'll get the message out, and some of our listeners, and they're worldwide listeners. So hopefully GoFundMe allows worldwide contributions. I don't know. Most of it's Central Florida and Tampa, over to Cocoa Beach, but we do have listeners all over the U.S. and all over the world. So hopefully some of this stuff makes it out to them. Because, again, not an unreachable goal by any stretch of the imagination.
It's something where actually when we did the GoFundMe, the $5,000 was the one. It just came up and said, this is what you should try for. Or that was the minimum one or something to that effect when Christy was actually doing it. Actually, her real name, if you see on the GoFundMe, is Elaine, but she likes to go by Christy.
Gotcha.
I don't know. So just in case you were looking at there.
Understood. Well,
but realistically, I mean, her medical out of expense every month, I have it written on my whiteboard. You know how us programmer guys are. Sitting there, $1,277 on the penny.
Oh man. Okay.
Like going, wow.
Good gracious. So the GoFundMe, and again, I'm going to link this inside the show notes, but the GoFundMe is gofundme.com/B7QYK0. Again, it's searchable, and we'll put all the details in the show notes. So if anyone out there is able to help, even $5, even something as little as, $5 or $10 just to help, that would be ridiculously appreciated. And the hosts here at Living Podcariously and the Twisted 10 will do something special for any listener that wants to go in and say that they donated and put their name on there and say that they heard it through this podcast. We'll do something special. We'll send you some merchandise, or we'll say something specific to you guys on air as a thank you. And we want to show our support and our help. Man, I love you, and I love you guys very much. You're like a second family to me. I've come down to your house before for dinners and for, I think I was even there for a Thanksgiving one time. So
Yep.
I'll air this on both shows, and we'll do our very, very best to, get some attention to Marley. And if if all of our listeners gave even just $1, then that would mean that the complete bill is covered. So
yeah.
Hopefully I can, get that message out, and we can inspire some of our listeners to, to help out. We do this show, these two shows that we do are completely free. This is 100% on our dime. We pay for the hosting. We pay for all of that, minus a little bit of sponsorship, but that doesn't cover much. What we would like to ask for you guys in return, for the listeners, is to go check out this GoFundMe. This is a personal friend, and I consider Jay a family member, so it's helping my family out directly. So if you can do anything, I would greatly be in your debt to help out Jay and to help out his family. So check out the GoFundMe, and then Jay, I'll air it this week, and I'll also throw it on next week's episode as well, so we can get as much attention out there as possible. Is there an expiration date on a GoFundMe? Just out of curiosity.
I don't think so. I think we've had it out there for a month or a month and a half, something like that.
Okay.
She's been to the hospital twice since then.
That sucks. Understood.
Yeah.
Well, Jay, I wanted to add also, being, a young girl like that, if she's ever having a good day, I'll give you my number and stuff. I want you to have her come to Brent Allen Salon, and I'll do her hair for free, and we'll do her hair and makeup and make her feel gorgeous for the day.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Especially with curly hair, it's hard to find someone who can do it good.
Yes. Yes. Every time we take her to get her hair done, it is ridiculously expensive, but I feel so bad. Because she's a girl. She needs that stuff.
She does, and whatever she wants. If she wants highlights and some color and cut and style, and we'll give her a good day of beauty when she's filling up to it.
Wow. Wow.
We'll hook up on the side for that, Jay, and we'll exchange numbers for you and Andrea, so you guys can set that up.
Oh yeah. Oh, she would love it.
Maybe we can take some pictures up there and put them up on the site just to get it some more attention.
That'd be
When
great.
she comes up there.
And I really do appreciate that. That is.
Oh, certainly.
I wasn't expecting anything like that.
Jay, I didn't expect that either. That just came out of nowhere, out of Andrea. So, well, hey, your story is inspirational. Hopefully, we can get some kind of attention to her. Hey, man, we can only try. And when I heard from Kendall about what the money was going to for the wedding, I hit Kendall up and said, hey, if you guys want to promote it on our shows, it's our little way to get out a message out to to our listeners in the world. Just let us know. So maybe we can get some attention to it, and if so, great.
I appreciate it. If there's anything I can ever do for you, guys, both of you, just let me know.
Absolutely. All right, Jay, man. Well, thank you. Send our love, especially to Marley and to her mom, and let them know that we're going to do whatever we can.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're listening to Living Podcariously, bringing you real men's perspectives, unfiltered, unapologetic, and uncensored. Recorded live in the Living Podcariously studio in world-famous Cocoa Beach, Florida.
Welcome to Living Podcariously. Andrea, we have a real special week. It's almost like it's a new guest in the studio. I'm one of your hosts. My name's Adam.
My name's Andrea Joy.
And back by popular demand is our boy, We missed you, Tach.
Oh, it's Tach. I'm back. Once you go Tach, you never go back. What's that?
All right, Tach. So for your debut back in the studio, I think some of our listeners might know why you've been out. You claim work. Other people claim other things. That's,
Whatever.
That's fine. I prepared
some of it was work, and some of it wasn't work.
I prepared a little something for you. I promised you I'd do something like this. So I want you to take a quick listen to this.
All right, then.
In this little room full of people, he was suffering the pangs of men whose egos lose their virginity, as happens when they overhear for the first time a beautiful woman's undiluted full-strength opinion of their masculine selves. Tach, a.k.a. Tachodamus Van Sickle, you have been graced with the sweet embrace. You are steadfast in your chivalry and nor a glutton of the game. You now walk a man among us again. To speak the claim, these pipes are clean.
Gotta let it play.
You got to.
You know,
It needs to be louder.
I was not going to let you
that's
come back into the studio without some kind of triumphant welcome back into. You've been gone now for 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know
It's
exactly.
been like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, 4, but that's okay. Who's counting?
You.
You have a calendar right there on the wall.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it.
Days till Tach comes back.
Yep, crossing them off. So me and Andrea are sitting in studio just before you got here today, and we were trying to figure out. We wanted to do something. I was going to play you the "These Pipes Are Clean" soundbite from Cabin Boy, but we decided to throw something together a little bit better. That first part was a poem, not by me, but I don't remember who the guy's name was, but it was a poem. But it seemed fitting for losing virginity.
Right.
Because Tach's pipes are now clean, correct?
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
Did the plumber come over or something?
Plumber came over.
That's awesome.
The plumber looks cuter than the stereotype that you see in the movies. So first things first, man, get it right out of the way. We want the...
Let's just call her Jane Doe.
All right, so Tach, get it out of the way. We want the Jane Doe update. Who, what, when, where, how many times? Because we certainly know the why.
Right. When we last talked, where did I leave off at? Like,
You were going to meet her?
well, okay, not meet her.
mean,
Once
meet her
again,
again.
I've known her for years, for decades, okay? I just haven't seen her in a long time. She lives, a couple hours away, so she did come up for a weekend a couple weeks ago. It's been a couple weeks already? Sounds about right.
I think so.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
Well, I would say it'd be about 4 weeks ago, based on last time you were in studio.
No. Because 1 week I wasn't here because I was due to work. Okay, actually 2 of the weeks I wasn't here was due to work. Just one was because of her.
This isn't an excuse why you weren't here, though. We're not busting your chops for not being here. We want the story. We want the victorious story.
All right.
Of Tach getting
Well,
back
I don't
on the
know
horse.
what you want to hear specifically. I mean, okay, so she came to town.
What was she wearing?
A trench coat, and that was it.
Most of the time, nothing. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, we had a good weekend. It wasn't just, filled with sex and stuff like that. I mean, well, it kind of was, but I mean, no, it was nice because she's an amazing woman, and we are not FBO yet.
I've noticed.
Not
Not
public
real.
yet.
I've been watching. Somebody did a joke on your Facebook and tagged you in it and said they were in a relationship with you. I'm like, oh, Tach's finally FBO, and then it was one of your buddies that was playing.
Oh,
the joke.
yeah. Friend Tyler. Yeah. No, so it's still not public yet.
Why is this
We'll
such
set up a
secret?
press conference soon.
Okay, good.
Are there identities trying to be protected here, or I mean, what why wouldn't you go? I mean,
It's just for personal reasons. That's all we
all
can
right.
really say right now. But it's not going to be much longer.
all right,
It won't be much longer.
all right, cool.
And so, I mean, she's just amazing. Like how you found your Andrea joy,
You
Like,
found your joy?
Yes. I found my joy. Yeah.
You found your joy. Wait, her
Yes,
name's not Joy.
No. She's like perfect. I mean, we're perfect together. She's just awesome.
We did notice a certain glow about you when you walked in, a certain, je ne sais quoi.
A little skip in his walk.
Yeah. I was about to ruin a joke about pant size, but that's okay.
Well, it's kind of funny. Like, okay, let's get a little sentimental here. You ready?
Yeah.
Not sentimental. I don't know what the word is, but
I'm starting to tear up already, though.
All right. Even back to a couple of years ago, to even just like several months ago, I was going through some shit. Like I went through depression time a couple of years ago.
Well, I mean, not to draw back old memories, but you went through a real serious loss in your immediate family.
Well, yeah.
Which kind of stirred it off, right?
Yeah,
or started it.
Well, it was around that time. It was before that I lost my mom. Like, it was before that because she was dying of cancer. So, like, I was in a relationship like 3 years ago, and I was going through all this shit. And that's the reason. One of the many reasons why she basically left. My girlfriend was just like, because I reached like a low. I was just like, I put on weight. I just was just like, fuck it all. I don't care anymore. And then I was just watching my mom die. Anyway, so, I was going through all the shit, and then I was like, why is all this shit happening? Then I would try to better my life. And every time I tried, I would get pushed back down, and it was getting frustrating. There'd be days where I was literally driving in my car, and I would just scream like, fuck you. I don't know if it was to God or to whoever is deciding to run my life besides me. And I was just so pissed off. And that went on for a few months. And then I decided, I needed to do better, so I applied for jobs and wasn't getting them. And I didn't know why, because I was like cookie cut for one specific position. Like, I was like, this is an exact job I did in the military for 8 years. Why would they not hire me to do this job? Like, it just pissed me off. I was like, I'm perfect. I couldn't be more perfect for this position, I just didn't get it. So I didn't understand why, and things were, anyway. So then I met Jane Doe. Well, I didn't meet her, but we started talking again.
What is it? Reacquainted with her.
Reacquainted.
Yeah. We've heard those stories. You knew her a long time ago from working with her or something like that.
Yeah. I've known her since the 90s. So we started talking about, when we first started, not first started talking, we talked like a year ago about stuff and just relationships just not good at them. What are we? And then recently, we started talking. We were talking about why we have failed relationships, why this, why that. We each have our own quirks. But what's funny is that we have a lot of the same quirks, and we get each other, so we're perfect for each other. And we're like, well, why aren't we just together? So
it's like Cupid's arrow was aiming in the right direction.
Yeah, it made a lot of sense. So some of the shit that I went through was starting to make more sense. So now, which all this was brought up, and now I'm coming to a new thing right now. This is brand new information. Just hot off the press. Get ready, guys.
You're getting married.
Breaking news.
No.
She's pregnant.
No. Good Lord, no. No, it has nothing to do with relationships. This has to do with what's the other struggle I was trying to get through.
Okay.
Which is my job. Which I love my job. I just didn't get paid enough.
Yeah.
Love my job. However, I just recently got a job offer, actually today.
Really?
Yes, for the same company, just a different position.
Sweet. What kind of position? Well, if you want to say, I don't know what you want to say.
It's what I actually applied for several months ago.
Like the loggy type stuff?
The what?
Loggy logistics.
No, not logistics stuff. No, it's food service.
Really?
In
no
food
shit?
Service, yeah. That's what I applied for, and that's why I did in the Navy for like 8 years. And then they turned me down, and I'm like, why? Like, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no shit.
And they were like, well, we want somebody more experienced. And then I saw the people they hired. I'm like, really? And one guy, I guess, like, that they hired, but not because of me, or they didn't pick me and hired somebody else. I guess he couldn't start because he went to jail. Good choice.
So wait a minute, let me get this straight. You got turned down over a guy that is a felon or criminal?
I don't know. So, but I just recently got an offer today to start. So.
Nice, dude. That's awesome. Is it like a Monday through Friday type gig?
Better hours?
Yeah, better hours.
Sweet.
Better pay. Sorry.
No, you're right.
I'll be making a lot more money than I'm making now. Better hours.
Yes.
Everything is just so much better. So the whole point of this is like everything is looking up and going in my direction.
That's awesome.
For the first time in years. Yeah.
Put on a happy face.
Right. So I'm doing so much better. Like My career now is actually getting better. My love life or whatever, she's amazing. I'm actually in a relationship and happy, and that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird for you. Hang on now. The whole time I've known you, at least for the last year and a half or so, this isn't you, Tach. Something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
We need to talk after the show. You're not normal. No, I'm just kidding.
It's going to be a good 40th birthday.
Damn right.
Again.
Oh, we already told John and Jimmy and Ron, all of the crew, we already told them that, we're taking you out on your birthday and we're bringing all of them with us. So they know.
Oh, it's not until like December, of course.
It doesn't matter.
Jimmy and Ron's birthday is right there,
Yeah,
too.
right beside it. Yep.
Also,
They did their
Jane Doe's birthday is right there, too.
This isn't going to be about them, though, because
This
they
is
did
about
things
you.
for their birthdays. Andrea's right. This is about Tach's birthday
But Jane
that
Doe's
everybody
birthday
missed.
is like 3 days after mine.
Well, don't think I'm not going to coordinate with her on something for
I
you.
got you.
I mean, we can make it a joint thing, too,
And
but this
Jimmy's is like 11 days before
this
mine.
is about Tach.
And Ron's is 10 days.
This isn't about anybody else but
gotcha.
Tach.
after.
Let us spoil you.
Anywho. So, my life is doing fucking great.
That's awesome,
I'm
dude.
fan-fucking-tastic.
Now, you can see it in your face. You can see it just with your general expressions. The couple conversations that I've had with you on the phone, short of you not answering because you're talking to your girl or on Skype or something. Other than that, it's been pretty cool. So I'm really happy to see it. We're really happy for you. We can't wait to meet her. We couldn't be happier for you. Now I kind of wish I'd have done something bigger and more glamorous of a welcome back theme song for Tach.
Oh, no.
Other than the overture and
No, that was funny. I liked it.
Well, we had the fireworks, but then we thought against doing them inside.
You guys are silly. I missed you guys.
Well, let me get out a couple of quick thank yous for the show before we get into the actual podcast itself. So Tach, while you were gone, maybe it's because Tach was gone, I'm not sure, but we crossed a threshold of the podcast. We hit over 35,000 listens. Now, usually podcasters on shows don't ever give away their numbers, but guess what? I don't really care. That's something that all three of us should be really proud of. And in respect, so should the former hosts of the shows, because they helped build an audience too to get us here, but we're the core. So our shows are the ones that got the most downloads out of all of the ones we've ever published, but 35,000 downloads so far for both of our shows combined. So that's huge. Wow. So I'm going to throw a shout out real quick to a group that we're a member of, which is just it's a group of other podcasters. So it's like-minded networked people on Facebook that share ideas, tips, strategies, shit like that. It's called Podcast Discovery Center. And that's run by two guys, Anthony Hayes and Scott Doucet. And then also who participates a lot in that is Super Joe Pardo. Super Joe Pardo did one of our Twisted 10 episodes not too long ago about Disney, about the Disney sexual, innuendos or hidden sexual suggestions. So Anthony, Scott, Super Joe, we want to say thank you to you guys. One other big shout out, which has probably doubled our numbers really, is to Podcast Radio Network. That's to, what was his name?
John Sweeny?
Yeah, John Sweeny Jr. Yeah, he's been instrumental in getting our show in front of literally thousands of new listeners that have driven our numbers up. I mean, you can see the difference of when we started with them, and each week when you see the listens on there, you see our numbers go up in our show. So John Sweeny with PRN, Podcast Radio Network, thanks. We appreciate that. By the way, Podcast Radio Network has like 40 different podcasts that they air, and it's just either a website or an app you download, and you can listen to podcasts as he streams them, or classic rock whenever, whatever the time of the day is if you're not around a podcast schedule. So definitely thank you to those two different groups out there.
I also want to do a quick shout out as well.
Shoot.
I want to say thank you to Jimmy Klein and Ray Brito for filling in for me for not being here.
Oh, yeah.
And they both did outstanding jobs. So
yep.
I really enjoyed their shows.
Yeah, they were some funny guys. Ray's story about being living down in Palm Bay and getting broken into, and him and his buddies being made to strip and lay on the ground was crazy. I drugged that one out of him. I heard that on his show, but I drugged that out of him in here. One more shout out. So we did a GoFundMe last week for a little girl named Marley. We interviewed Jay Benoit, who is the stepfather or parent figure in her life that's helping run her GoFundMe. And with our shares, we had a ton of people shared our page on either show, Living Vicariously or the Twisted 10. She's already received direct support out of our listeners. One in particular I want to thank, which is a guy, he's a podcaster. His name is John P. Smith Jr. He actually runs a podcast called Please Finish Your Book podcast, and it's at pleasefinishyourbook.com. And it's essentially a case study celebrating really busy people who still write and find the time to finish their creations. So, I mean, it's not like either one of our shows. It's a little different forte, but He
I'll have to check that one out.
He's got some cool interviews. He just interviewed Dumas, John Lee Dumas. No, what was his name?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he interviewed him. Really good interview too. Yeah. Really cool. So, to you guys, thank you very much for your support on the GoFundMe and also on helping us to grow to what we think is a good start for our first year in podcasting. So, thank you very much, guys.
Preach.
All right, we're going to take an early break in the show. Any of the music you're hearing is provided to us by DJ Gil Lugo. His links to his social media are in our show notes, so check out DJ Gil Lugo. We'll be right back.
With a flash, too fly to be a stab. Front of me, I'm like, bye. Boyfriend riding in the whip, cause I drive stick.
Well, so for everyone out there, we want you to be involved in the show, so engage with us. Send us an email to show@livingpodcariously, or go to our Facebook page, right on our wall, send us a message, private message, befriend Andrea, me, or Tach. Hit us up on there. Let us know what you want us to talk about. If you want to send Andrea a question for the Guyry, shoot her a message on Facebook and tell her it's for Living Podcariously's Guyry, and she'll ask your question. Yeah, that's it. Welcome back to Living Podcariously. I think we're on episode 20. Actually, since Tach's been gone, I think we're on episode 62. No, I'm kidding. I think we're 26 this week.
Are we done with all the serious stuff now? Now can we get to the fun stuff?
Yeah, we're done with all the serious stuff.
All right.
So Andrea's got a trip coming up that she's got planned. And I wanted to talk to you guys about vacation destinations. Now, while she's not going, why don't you tell us what you're doing? Because you're not going really on vacation. We're
going to Mims.
For the listeners that don't know what Mims is, that's about the most podunk place in our county. It's about as backwoods redneck as it gets.
Yeah.
No, we are going to The Gathering by Paul Mitchell in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Vegas, baby.
Vegas, baby.
At the Aria.
Nice. What did they say? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. You gonna hook up out there and?
I can't tell you
Ask
anything.
The
boyfriend. She knows me. I wouldn't.
He already told
care.
me if someone offers me $1 million, like indecent proposal, I have to take it.
Damn right.
You have to?
Yeah,
Does that mean
absolutely.
you have to share it with him or no?
I don't know.
Well, that's kind of the intention.
Oh.
I mean, she is going to win Publishers Clearinghouse on August 30th, though.
Yep.
So, I mean, we got that going for us, and that's pretty good.
Well, you got that going for him.
$5,000 a week for the rest of your life.
That's wouldn't suck.
Have you been to
Yeah,
Vegas
right?
before, Tach?
Yep.
Have you? I don't ever remember us talking about Vegas in this show.
Maybe not. I got married in Vegas.
Ah, that's right. You did tell me that once before.
Yeah.
With an Elvis impersonator?
No.
With like a night?
No, there was no theme or anything.
Oh,
It was just
damn.
a regular. Yeah, it was a Little White Chapel. It was actually the same one that just, I guess, a few months before is when Brittany got married.
I was about to
there.
say, didn't Brittany get married there?
Brittany
Yeah.
and Kevin Federline or Federline
K-Fed.
or whatever. Yeah.
I hope I
that's
don't
where
end
they
up
got
getting
married.
married.
I hope you don't get married either. The indecent proposal, yes, that's not a deal breaker. You falling in love out there, that's a deal breaker for me.
Yeah?
Just
what
sex?
if I just get drunk and get married and I didn't even realize it?
Then what's that other movie with,
The Hangover?
well, The Hangover, yeah, but not that one. I was thinking of, what was the dude from,
Was that
sweet, Ashton Kutcher.
Yep.
What movie was that? He was in that with that blonde. You know what I'm talking about? They got
Yeah, we
married in
just saw
Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Vegas.
good story, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk, since Andrea's kind of going on a pseudo vacation. Even though it's mostly work, she's still going to have a little bit of fun while she's out there. Let's talk dream vacations. So if you had a vacation destination that was a dream of yours to go to, where would that be?
Well,
Anywhere
with you is a dream.
Let me just put it this way.
vacation.
Oh.
Anywhere.
You're talking like space.
Well, I mean, that potentially here, but I mean, what?
Knowing you, that's where you're going with
Son
that.
of a bitch. Am I that easy to read, Tach? That kind of ruins my story here.
Where
but
do you want to go?
Sure. We'll go with that.
Let's just ask you then.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just get to the story because that's what kind of drove me to it. So the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, has given a Florida-based company permission to use a private rocket to launch a vehicle and deliver a lander with a peroxide fuel rocket to the moon. And this company is called Moon Express. They're going to be, their 20-year plan has got round-trip tickets for passengers to go to the moon and come back. And it's like legit. It's not like I even Snopesed it just to make sure it wasn't fake.
Right.
This company is going to allow passengers, I'm sure for an exorbitant amount of money, to go to the moon, stay there for a few hours, get out of the vehicle and do stuff, to get whatever they want, and then come back to Earth. The FAA has cleared the way and has approved them to land on the moon. That is
vacation
phenomenal.
is out of this world.
I'm sure it's going to be $20 or $30 million.
Is it all inclusive?
Do you get any kind of? Do you learn how to moonwalk? I don't have many other jokes about
There's
the
like
moon.
zero atmosphere.
Do you get to eat cheese while you're there?
Moon cheese. I see what you did there. Yeah, that's pretty good. They let's see. The name of them is called Moon Express. And they receive permission to land their craft on the lunar surface at designated areas,
Right.
and take off
Away
and come
from
back.
like all of the anomalies and all the buildings and structures that are
Yeah,
over
they
there.
don't. You know, they got to clear the airways out there. They want to stop all the traffic and stuff to make
Can
sure
you
they
have
have a good
sex
landing.
on the moon?
Sure, why not?
Well, according to these people, can we? Is there enough time for us to go to a private bungalow? And
Yeah.
You might want to wear some moon tan lotion.
Moon tan lotion.
No, that'll fall flat. Yeah, one of the things I'm not going to do is stand-up comedy. I've learned, Tach, that my jokes fall pretty flat.
Yeah.
So let's see if you guys get this trivia question. When was the last time a human has set foot on the moon?
1971.
Ooh, close. 72. No human has stepped on the moon since
Didn't even let me
1972.
guess.
I know. He was like answering whether I was right or wrong before I even finished. The
Well, I'm
number.
sorry, Andrea. Go ahead. What was your guess?
1972.
She got it right, Tach? She got it?
Damn, nailed it.
Yep.
I was going to say that as my second choice.
Now, what are the countries, other than the United States, that have placed a vehicle or a person on the moon? See if you know this.
Russia?
China just did a
China?
rover.
China, yes. United States, there's one more. One more government that has
Who'd you
placed
say?
something.
China, United States, and what?
Yeah, what did you, Andrea, what did you
She
say?
said Russia.
Yeah, former Soviet Union, yes. Russia.
Yeah.
Yep, very good. You guys are chewing
We know
through
our
my,
moon.
chewing through my facts.
Is the
about
moon hollow? We don't know.
It's
the
not.
Earth
It's made
is.
of cheese.
Remember the hollow Earth theory we did in a Twisted 10
yeah.
episode?
Yeah.
Well, when we go to the moon, we can just ask the man what it's made of.
The man
Hey,
on the moon.
man.
Well, what about the dark side of the moon? I hear some strange stuff goes on over there.
That's where your structures are.
Yes.
That's where your buildings and
That's the all-inclusive
weapons
resort.
and apparently, who was it that said that? Was it a Buzz Aldrin? Was like, hey man, there's like ships down here. They're staring at us or watching
Yep.
us, and they're like, I don't think they want us to come here.
You don't want to mess with Buzz Aldrin, man. You call him out for, making up a story and he'll punch you in the face like he did
I
that
believe
reporter.
it.
Yeah, he did. You get YouTube
Yeah.
video, Buzz Aldrin punches reporter. That's a funny video. And he socks him good, man. You see the guy's whole head move back when he hits him. It's a pretty good hit for an old man. All right, but anyway, let's move on to a little bit more scantily related stuff for Living Podcariously.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, in the spirit of Living Podcariously, evolutionarily speaking, Tach
Yeah.
and Andrea, why do women have orgasms? Do you know what a woman orgasm is, Tach? Have you ever given one?
Isn't that like a light chicken gravy or something? No, wait, that's a clitoris. I'm sorry.
Yeah, your clitorises are light chicken gravy.
Isn't that what
Whoa.
that is? It's
Whoa.
like a light chicken gravy, seasoned gravy, or savory.
Savory, yes.
That's got to have something to do with the mood.
The moon?
The moon? We're off the moon already.
The mood. I mean, like, so your body is prepared to have a baby, like you're ovulating and
All right, well, let's go over
okay.
some of the stereotypes on why women have orgasms. So, you think for ovulation purposes? Is that where you're
so
going
their
with this?
body, because in order to get pregnant, you can't be like stressed out and all that. So that puts what's the word I'm thinking of? The oxytocin,
Sure. Yeah. During an
big
orgasm, your brain triggers the release of oxytocin and other chemicals.
Serotonin.
Yep. To
Jesus.
calm and relax.
That's how
Absolutely.
you
right.
guys talk dirty to each other?
Yeah. Hey, baby.
serotonin.
I just go,
No.
can I stick my dick in you?
Give me some of that oxytocin. Yeah.
You want a dirt hump? That's all I say.
What do you think, Tach? So it's not that. That's, I mean, kind of. We'll
What's
get
the
to
actual
that, but
question again?
Why, evolutionarily speaking,
Yeah.
why have women I mean, it's obvious for men. Why do men have orgasms?
Well,
That's pretty obvious.
So
why do
we
women?
procreate is the reason why.
Right. Well, something triggers in our body to release when we have an orgasm. When a guy has an orgasm,
It's so we do it again. That's the whole point. But
that's a good way to look at it too. Yeah.
it's so like, well, I don't know why women. I assume it's the same for women because the reason why we even have these orgasms is just because we think it's cool and we'll want to keep doing it. And by continuously doing it, we're procreating on
Greater
accident.
chance for procreation in the species. That's right for men.
Not right for women?
Not for women.
If the woman doesn't like it, she's not going to let the man do it.
Mm-mm.
Granted.
We have to have the babies. We might as well get the orgasms.
So most species of creatures on Earth do not ever have an orgasm, and in fact are just the opposite. They do not enjoy sex at all. Almost every animal species, it's almost rape. I mean, when a male impregnates the female,
right.
It's rape. In fact, we talked about this once before.
Squirrels.
The duck vagi, or whatever you want to call it, is like a fucking maze. Do you remember talking about this once? But yeah, I'm serious.
I remember hearing something like this.
Yeah, it's like a maze, and it reconfigures itself. So a duck penis is squirrely and goes all sorts of different ways
like
to try
a
to
worm?
impregnate. Yes, dead serious.
He's got to like play a game in there. He's like, there's a little duck tongue hanging out.
It's like a game of Pac-Man.
Back up.
All right, so Dr. Pavlicev and her colleagues Gunther B. Wagner of Yale University are making a case that human female orgasm has a deep evolutionary history that reaches back to early mammals. The Journal of Experimental Zoology and the authors conclude that the response originated in mammals more than 150 million years ago as a way to release a fertilized egg after sex. So the purpose, so these scientists are theorizing, is that the only reason a woman has an orgasm is because that's her trigger for her body to release the egg to be fertilized. Oh, now obviously these mammals during this evolutionary cycle don't have cycles like our mammals do these days. In fact, some species of mammals don't have cycles. Some go on
They
pheromones
ovulate when they're going to have sex.
Correct, yeah. Sometimes it's based on pheromone releases or, whatever. There's other triggers. But in human mammals, it's now a regular cycle, and it's not a trigger by sex or an orgasm at all. So currently, there is no use for the female orgasm. So you hear that, ladies?
Yes, there is.
There is no use.
Yes, there is. I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
I don't think they'd let us stick our penis in if they weren't getting orgasms.
Actually, as the female body evolved, the clit used to be up inside the vagina.
That's exactly right.
And it's moved to the outside.
Yep, would have been way easier if it was left inside, wouldn't it, Tach? Just saying.
What is it again?
The clit used to be
I'm just
in.
kidding. I'm just
What's the clit? He's wondering. Where's that?
Isn't that
It's
the
on the
light chicken
moon.
gravy? It's savory. It's a savory bread dressing. I think it's served. My grandma made it. I
It's
think.
on the dark side of the moon. That's where you'll find it.
No. I know where it is. Ask Jane Doe.
I was going to say, get your lady friend to show you.
Did you use the warm washcloth?
I did.
Yay!
Warm washcloth was
did.
used? Yes.
Absolutely.
I still haven't got one of those.
Yeah.
Now he's just been sending me to the shower. Go clean
Go
yourself up.
shower.
Go take that to the bathroom for me. Yeah, I don't want you thinking about Tach afterwards. I mean, come on. If I brought you a warm washcloth, you'd be like, oh, that's Tach.
Yeah, I would.
It's very Pavlovian.
See, she already is though, because she's thinking you're going to
I'm
bring
already
her one.
waiting
true.
for it. I'm like, where's my warm washcloth?
Where's my tack at? That's
I
what
even
she's
asked
doing.
for a baby wipe, and he still brought me a dry, hard, scratchy towel.
Don't you? What do you? Don't you wipe off?
Her mouth? No, that's awfully insensitive of me. No, I get a towel, and I usually, give it to her first. And
No, he cleans himself first.
Well, I mean,
every
you
time.
gotta walk from the bathroom to the bed.
Don't think I'm that chivalrous. No, I use a warm washcloth on myself first, and then I rinse it. And then
I at
hand it
least
to the girl.
give her a clean spot of the towel. I mean,
You're just using the towel that's just hanging
the
in
one
there.
that made the
You're going
mess.
after walking up to it. Oh, perfect height. There.
exactly.
You're the one
You
that
want
made
something?
the mess. You
Exactly.
should clean your own messes.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yes, but the guy is covered in your mess. So
That's
Oh,
true.
snap.
You're the one that
Aw,
stuck it in
snap.
there.
Well, yeah, that's true.
You wouldn't have that on if you wouldn't stuck it in there.
Yep, you asked for it.
I would love to have heard from our boy Ron, because he's into the evolution, paleoanthropology type stuff, and how we evolve and why we evolve. I would love to have I would have loved to have heard his input on that and see what he thinks. I think he would have been just as questionable on this elusive female orgasm as, we were talking. But speaking of Ron has a new podcast, by the way.
You mean aside from the one that he already rebooted?
Yeah, no, that one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he used to do Unsquish the Fish, Miami Dolphins fan-based podcast. Now he has one a little bit more legitimate. He's actually got contacts
they were
with...
both legitimate.
Well, not that it wasn't legitimate.
He tried to get out all humor in his life and got rid of it.
Yeah, that's a good point. In this one, though, he's actually affiliated now with the franchise itself. He's in communication regularly back and forth with the franchise.
Yeah.
That's called
it looks a little more professional. The artwork is much better. Whoever did his last artwork was...
I must say, though, the intro is really good on it, too.
Have you heard his intro yet?
Have you heard what now?
Of Ron's podcast, the intro to
I
his
haven't
podcast.
heard it. I haven't heard it.
It's really good.
Let me see if I can find it real quick.
That's cool.
I love the female voice on it.
What?
Yeah.
He's got a female voice?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ron?
Yeah. He used a female for his...
What?
Yep.
You'll have to listen to it.
That's really shocking.
Why, is he a misogynist?
I'm not going to be throwing things out there or anything, but...
Well, it makes sense, like the cheerleaders of the football.
That's true.
Cheering on the podcast.
I assume he did all this through Fiverr. Well, I know his artwork was done by his co-host. So he was telling me about that.
All right, here you go.
Okay. Welcome to the Fins Broadcast. Fins Broadcast. The Miami Dolphins podcast for the passionate Fins fan.
Recognize who it is, Tach?
Every year we are going 16-0. Or 0-16. It's time to bask in the glory of aqua and orange. And now, for the host of the Fins Broadcast, Ron Kenneth. Fins up.
And then his intro fades out for into his talk.
Nice. Very good, Andrea Joy.
He said, so I recorded him one as well, but he said I sounded too much like a surfer dude in mine.
Hey, bro, you want to check out Finn's broadcast?
Listen, this is mine. Welcome to the Fins Broadcast. You motherfucker.
Yeah.
Welcome. Fan who is convinced every year we are going 16-0.
You do sound like a surfer.
I do hear it now.
How come he doesn't do mine? He didn't ask me to do it.
Fuck it, I'll shut that
I'll
down.
do
Right here.
I'll do a freaking metal one.
Welcome to the... Scared the fuck out of me, Tach.
Exactly.
I'm all disjumbled over I dropped my mic. I fucking tore out my headphone cable. I peed a little.
I've got to go.
Now you have to pee too? All right. Well, let's take a quick break in studio. We'll be right back. We're going to do another segment Andrea's got tonight for us. The questions from the diary that our listeners have submitted to us. And I've got a really cool article about girls on top. Giggity. All right. Listen to some DJ Gil Lugo. We will be right back.
DJ Gil Lugo. Live in the mix.
Welcome back to Living Podcariously. Tach, I almost feel like I want to have you do all the intros and welcome backs and all that shit, because...
Welcome back!
I peed again.
That chair is going to be a mess.
Yeah, it is. Tell me about it. When we had Ray up here, it was kind of cool during his interview. He's like, so I don't know if you've ever seen what he does when he does his podcast. He usually does his interviews live on the spots of the shows that he goes to and hosts.
Right.
So he's got his little portable recording equipment, and they pretty much just take two chairs and sit him up somewhere outside or in the club or something like that. And that's where he does his interviews. He comes up here and he goes, "Wow, you guys actually have a real studio." I'm like, I mean, not really. These are all like put together soundboards by me, and it's just like another room in our house. But he's like, this is exactly what I want to do. Like, well, it doesn't really cost a whole lot. Each one of those soundboards are about $10 with parts. He was impressed by our shindigs up here, Tach.
That's cool.
It's not really that impressive though.
Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's awesome. No, it's cool. I like it.
All right, Tach. So Andrea found a really cool article.
Yeah.
And it has to do with girls on top.
Yep, it's 7 things guys think about when you're on top.
7 things that guys think about.
Dead puppies, dead puppies, dead puppies. Baseball, dead puppies, dead puppies, dead puppies.
When who's on top?
When the girl's
The girls on top.
Oh.
7 things guys think about when
So
you're
you're
riding
going to
dirty.
tell me what we think about.
Yeah, I want to know if it's true. It's
Oh,
from
gotcha.
Women's Health. I want
gotcha.
to see if they got this right or not.
Let's do this.
Let's do it.
All right. This one says, this is a nice break. Lots of guys are likely to initiate the cowgirl move because they're winded or on the brink of a premature ejaculation. In either case, we need a moment to, or they need, I guess it's from a guy's perspective. They need a moment to get back together. On behalf of the male species, thank you for the breather.
The breather, yes. The premature ejaculation part, not for me, because that's more, there's more friction there, I think. So that wouldn't really work unless I needed to take a break to get into that position. Is that what they're referring to, you think?
What's the breather part? I'm confused.
You're tired of
Doing all the work?
doing the work. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to take a break.
Yeah, see, I've recently been in these positions.
Yeah,
so.
yes.
That's why I would figure it would be good now.
Tech's like, I don't know if you know, but I've been having sex, a lot of
Yeah, I
sex.
don't know. You know, with my girlfriend. I don't know if you heard that. So
How long, just out of curiosity, when you've been having your sex, how long does it take before you go, I'm comparing it to me, before you get winded and want to flip over? Me, it's about, 15, 20 seconds, and then I'm like, all right, it's your turn.
are you doing like a girl massage or something? My hands hurt. It's your turn. I don't know. I never timed it. I don't look at the clock and go, okay, it's 12:08. All right, cool. I have no idea.
12:12. Whew, tired.
Yeah.
Would you agree with the breather part, though?
Yeah. It's nice to get that. Yeah, you do some work for a little bit. Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
Well, I guess we'll mostly agree with that.
Okay, number 2. Boobs. No other position affords an amazing optical access.
I like asset better.
So you gotta see the boobs better.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not huge on boobs, but that's definite true. Yeah, I'll definitely look and I'll play and I think a woman looks really sexy in that position too. So
Yeah.
You know, a girl I was with once told me that it makes her feel more sexy while she's riding on top for a man to be touching her boobs.
That was me.
I wasn't going to give it away who it was.
that was kind of
Smoke and mirrors here. I wasn't
funny.
trying to do
That was me.
I don't want him talking about other girls.
So I can tell stories from my past and be like, that's me too.
Yep, every single one of them.
Not
All
me. I'll be in Vegas.
Except the bad ones.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those too.
That wasn't me. All right, number 3. What should I do with my hands?
Okay.
Definitely not. I know exactly what to do.
Oh.
Being on bottom leaves so many options. Butt cheeks, clitoral play, your hair, grabbing your face to make out, hand holding. It's hard to choose.
I don't think I've ever.
What are we thinking about right now? No, I mean, not thinking.
I'm thinking about her on top of me is what I'm thinking about.
Well, I mean, like, what are you trying to answer?
If I ever
that's
have the
correct.
problem of
If
what do
that's
I do
true.
with my hands?
Yeah, definitely not. I don't.
I don't
You know what to do.
don't think I do either. I mean,
It's not going through your head. What should I do?
No, I sit there with my arms crossed. That's what.
Tack looks at his watch.
I have one hand on the remote
Is
and
this
the
over?
other one on my phone. I'm
Is this over
texting.
yet?
Okay, the next one.
One's holding the camera.
Yeah.
This one is, they think, I could stay like this for days. Lazy sex is the best sex. You know it's true.
Well, it's not always. You're not always not doing anything in that position. I think you're kind of working 50-50 in that. But at least I am.
50,
about you guys?
50. What are you arguing your back? What are you doing? Are you like doing some
Do you want me to show you?
hip I mean, yeah.
Yeah, show it.
I do one of these with the arms and I thrust up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do that too.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm just trying. I don't think
That
it's
was
50-50.
me.
I don't think so much 50-50 for me. I put a lot more work on the girl's part on top when I'm on bottom.
80-20.
Yeah, I'd go 80-20. Yeah, I put a good quarter effort or
You just lay back and take it.
20%.
You
effort
eat
in
a
it.
bowl of cereal, don't you?
Damn right I do.
No, he likes chicken wings.
I just want to point something out real quickly. This is for when she listens to this podcast.
Uh-oh.
that this is the moment right now where she sent me one of my favorite pictures of her that makes me laugh every single time.
Oh, he's so in love.
You want me to send you a picture, baby?
So, yes, I do.
No, it's just this comical picture, and she only does it to make me laugh. And it's hilarious. And she just sent it to me just now. And then I just put all these like laughy emojis. And then
Can we guess what the picture is about?
The moon.
So she sends you a picture to make you laugh of your own dick. No?
No.
Picture of a duck's vagina.
A picture of you
On the moon.
You
It's an
peeing from behind.
No. It's nothing to do with me or anything. It's just a certain picture of her that she took a long time ago. It's hard to explain, but it's just really funny. And I'm basically just bringing it up for when she listens to it, she can have a chuckle.
He is so in love.
Back to our
I do love her,
original
though. She is
topic.
awesome.
All right.
The next one guys are thinking when the girl's on top. Please don't break my dick.
Yes. That is when you started like going like really
Girls be doing that, don't they, Tach?
That's never, obviously it's never happened to me, but I know it can happen.
Yeah, there's a clinical term for it, and I don't know this one, but there is a clinical term for it, and that requires surgery to fix. If you snap a guy's dick in half, that requires surgery. There's no bone or anything that breaks, but you tear tendons and muscles. So yeah, that is a very, very painful, costly procedure to fix. So yeah, if you feel your guy kind of easing up a little bit or trying to stop some of that extreme motion,
slow down.
take heed, because he's trying to tell you something. He's getting nervous.
You don't want to break it. Mm-mm. All right, I bet this one is true. I wish I had a camera right now. While you might argue that the angle from our perspective isn't super flattering, we beg to differ. And until Apple develops an iCloud with the CIA level security, we're going to use our mental camera and save this to our spank bank. Yeah, gross, but true.
Gross, but true. But my spank bank is full of all sorts of good images. It's not gross.
Of me?
I wish I had a camera. Yeah, I'll definitely think that.
Yeah,
Adam
that's
just
for sure.
keeps his by him.
Yeah, I'm like, don't move. I'm taking a picture of this. In fact, I'm gonna use lube. I'm gonna use my new slow-mo feature on my phone.
Oh yeah. Show me that stuff. That's right.
The last one is, all right, my turn again. A great sexual excursion includes a few positions, orgasms all around, and a celebratory sports drink, because hydration is the key. Even though we love you on top and you're ready for a change, we're totally game. Just point us in the right direction.
I'm not gonna say that I would. I get it.
No. May, is that the guy talking?
I'm not gonna say that I'm ever thinking about time to change, other than if she's getting tired, maybe. To get out of that position?
Right.
Yeah, all right, my turn.
And what was the sports drink thing? Were you reading a commercial in there? Are you being endorsed? What's going on here?
Did I just read a commercial?
Is Gatorade a sponsor of Living Vicariously now? What's going on?
I'm just reading the article.
Tach's losing it. Oh, it's good to have you back, Tach.
She was funny.
Yeah, we're back now. Catch.
No. Let's turn it off. I don't need it anymore.
You could try it with all new Ovaltine.
Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. It's a crummy commercial.
Oh, gosh, funny.
There's this picture on here, how to remove dark under eye circles, and it's got a guy holding a neti pot, and the water's dripping out of his nose. What does that have to do with dark eye circles?
What is a neti pot?
The neti pot? You fill it with this water and saline stuff.
Oh, that's where you stick it in your nose? I've never done that.
Not a nutty pot. A nutty pot is the pool of cum after you're done.
What did she say?
Neti pot.
Oh, neti.
Yeah.
Neti pot.
Neti
pot.
Oh, goodness.
I've never done that, though. That seems scary.
It makes you feel like you're drowning.
Oh,
yeah.
I did it once.
Not into that. No.
Definitely Nettie gonna do that again.
Nettie.
Nettie gonna happen.
Nettie Eva.
Isn't there a rapper named Nettie? Oh.
Nelly?
Oh, maybe.
Yo,
right,
son, I'm little Nettie. I'm smoking some pot. No,
I'm a little Nettie's what sounds.
Speaking of Compton, what was the movie?
Straight out of
Compton. Yeah. We talked with Ray Brito about that a little bit last week.
Yeah.
We somehow got from his top 10 list, I think, his topic onto talking about Straight Outta Compton. It was really weird. We're really, we are known to be tangentible people, so we kind of went all over the place. Shall we take a vape break?
Your notes, yes, please.
All right, let's take a vape break. We'll be listen to a little bit more DJ Gil Lugo, and we will be right back.
show Avicii, I was cool. And when I finally got sober, felt 10 years older, but it was something to do. I'm living out in LA. I drive a sports car just to prove I'm a real big baller, cause I made $1 million and I spend it on girls.
Peering into the inner thoughts and expressions of men. Women submit questions for Adam and Tach to get brutal, honest admissions. We call this the Guyry. Guyry? Really? Is that the best we could come up with?
All right, our first question is from Julie, Florida. Have you ever needed to lie and pretend you had a partner to try and stop someone from hitting on you?
Have we or have I? As a guy? No. That's just funny. Listen to this guy. Let me think. All these women try to hit on me.
Yes, all the time. I have to beat them off with a stick.
I can't really remember. I know that something like that has
beating off
happened.
girls with 2 hands. Sorry.
No, I know something like that has happened, but I don't remember the details. It's when we went out with our old buddy Ron, went out to a club in Orlando, but I don't remember the details behind it. It was how should you say, a very forward and very unattractive female. So, yes. But I don't remember the details of the story.
You had to say,
yeah, I made
have
up
a
excuse.
girlfriend?
Yeah, I made up
So
an
she
excuse.
would, for what?
To get the Harry and the Hendersons monster away from me.
Hey, Harry was a gentle giant.
Yeah, so was this. This was a gentle giant.
Well, she wasn't that gentle. I mean,
She was forward, yeah. I really can't remember. If Ron was here, he would tell it better. I don't remember the story that much because I might have been a little intoxicated. But, yeah, I think so. For the purposes of the story, I'll say no, but I do remember somewhat of a story like that from Orlando.
All right. Number 2 from Alice in Florida.
Alice.
Why are women considered as the weaker sex even though we literally give birth to you?
I never accuse them of being a weaker sex.
That's the proper anti-misogynist approach, Tach. Good on you.
I'm just saying, I never said that.
Well, I mean, not to sound misogynist, but there is a difference in our genetic makeup. We are different creatures.
Yeah.
Predominantly. Now, you'll have your one-offs in both sexes. You'll have very, very weak and less adapt and agile males. And then you'll have some females that are, far superior than the rest. But as a whole, the female of the species of human is definitely less powerful and less agile. And I mean, it is what it is. Every sport that is out there, when talking athletics, you're going to have different sexes. You're going to have the sexes split. You don't have the sexes competing for the same prize because it's an unfair advantage for a male over a female.
Yet it's the women who are giving birth to all these men.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean your nature makes up your ability to be stronger in things or to be faster or to be more agile. That doesn't mean that. You do absolutely produce the men, but that doesn't mean that genetically it's a weaker or stronger sex.
So we're better
species.
at making the sandwiches?
We're far better, yes.
And better at making the men. You make better men than we do.
That is true.
Yes, that's true.
Number 3 is from Natalie in California. Why do you assume a woman is angry because she's on her period?
It's usually not when she's on it. It's just before it. Man,
What
these
is
are
the question?
just some misogynist-facing questions. This will paint us bad in this week's questions.
What's the actual question?
Why do you assume a woman is angry because she's on her period?
Why do you assume she's angry when she's on her period? I wouldn't assume that. I would just... You just know that.
One thing you don't do is ask her if she's on her period because she seems angry. Are you on your period?
Are you getting angry right now, Andrea?
No.
Are you on your period? Because you seem like you're getting angry. Uh-oh. Thank God I'm the stronger species.
So, like, well, why would somebody... Okay, I don't like the way it's worded. It's not worded right. Why would we assume that you're angry because you're on your period?
It sounds like she's got a man that keeps accusing her in her life every time she's angry of him asking that question. That's what that sounds like to me.
Wait, so that's it? Why do we assume... No, it was... Why do you assume we're angry when we're on our period? Right? That's how it's worded?
Why do you assume a woman is angry because she's on her period?
Why do you assume she's
Just assume
angry?
she's going to be angry because she's on her period.
I don't know when her cycle is.
Well, you'll learn quickly.
No, not my girl specifically. Like, you don't know what date unless she's one of those chicks that has a calendar up and it's like redded out, you know. But I mean, like, you don't know.
Why is it gonna be red? Can it be blued out?
No.
Or blacked out?
But like, okay, like right now, I don't know if she's on her cycle right now. No idea. So how could I assume she's gonna be mad?
Well, if I'm angry, would you assume I'm on my period? Maybe if we
That's not how it was
reversed
worded, though.
Well, maybe we'll reverse it then.
Oh, okay. Either way, I don't assume it unless I see it.
Yeah, some women don't have reactions that are, you know, aggressive or angry. So the only thing in that situation would be past performance. So if she's done that in the past, if she's, you know, historically always been more tense or more agitated during her cycle, then that would be the answer. Other than that, it's going to be the woman's character that will define what she is during different hormonal changes in her life. It's going to be up to the individual girl. So, I don't know. It sounds like she's got somebody accusing her of stuff when, you know, maybe shooting early or something.
Gina from Ohio wants to know, should I feel guilty if I prefer sex with a vibrator to sex with my partner?
Guilty? I'd say no. Unless you're Tach.
Then obviously your partner is not doing... Obviously he can't vibrate while he could. There's toys that make him vibrate too.
That's true. I don't know if guilty is the right choice of words. Maybe...
With the wrong guy.
So how would you feel if I preferred to have sex with my vibrator than with you?
I would force myself to learn the technique to where I can please you. That's all that it would take. If you're a person that requires certain types of, you know, stimulation for orgasm, then I would teach myself how to do that for you. I would learn your technique that pleases yourself. Then if it just boils down to you not ever enjoying one over the other, there's nothing I can do about that. There's nothing a guy can do about that. Guilty? Not necessarily. I mean, everybody's body's different.
All right, then.
Linda
from Texas. What is the most common thing women do that make a guy lose interest?
Ooh.
What is the most common thing women do to make a guy lose interest? Pull out their cocks?
That would probably make
makes me lose interest quick.
That would make me lose interest too. That's most guys. Most guys would lose interest in that.
Especially if it was bigger than yours, right?
Well, it doesn't really matter.
Hey, Tach, have you ever been having sex with a tranny from behind and you reach around front and grab his dick and pretend like you stuck it all the way through? Me neither. Me neither. No. I don't know. That makes me lose interest. So for me, personally, it would be something around the lines of hygiene. So if a girl isn't properly taking care of herself hygienically, be it, you know, bathing or deodorant or even smoking, then you're good. You're good. You're still around, so you're good. That'd be the fastest way for me to lose interest in a girl. Because if she didn't take care of herself, that's a sign for later.
Okay.
What about you? Wait, what about you, Tach?
I just told you.
Just the dick? That's the first thing you're going to go with?
No, all right. But it's
busy.
true.
He's busy.
It's true. She's like, not really sexting, but kind of. So like,
she's distracting you from the show.
Yeah.
All right, lady,
So, like,
we're going to have a talk when you come up here to the studio.
Well, she's not really saying. Now she's asking me about other stuff. So like, I didn't even hear your answer. I'm sorry. I apologize. But I'm not saying to repeat it. I'm just saying.
So Jimmy, John, and Eric, you were right. Even though he's going to be back, he's really not back.
Whatever. Okay. That's dick. Dick move. All right. What can she do to turn me off? Is that still the question?
To make you lose interest the quickest, yeah.
Yeah. Be racist? I don't understand. I don't know.
No, that's a decent answer.
No, but I mean, are you talking about like during sex? Or are you talking about like on a date?
In any kind of situation.
Any situation?
Yeah, being insensitive to racism is good.
What's going to make a guy lose interest?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. There's tons of shit.
Oh, you know what?
That's really good. Just being basically disrespectful.
General disrespect. Actually, can I change my answer, Andrea?
Sure.
I agree with Tach. General disrespect of other people.
Yeah.
Be it races, be it kids, be it elderly,
The
be it
waitress,
whatever.
whatever.
Yeah, anything. That's a
judgmental,
that's a quick turn off. Guys want a sweet girl.
Ghetto.
They don't want a bitch.
I don't want her to be ghetto and like wanting to like threaten to fight everybody and have drama in her life.
I don't know. Sometimes that's kind of fun to watch.
No.
World star!
As long as it's not your girl, yeah.
That's a good point.
Okay, number 6 is from Carrie in Florida. When a man sees a woman they find physically attractive, is imagining having sex with her the first thing... Wait, let me start that over.
You're going to have to start it over anyway because Tach's typing.
I'm listening now.
When a man sees a woman they find physically attractive, is imagining having sex with them on one of your first thoughts?
If a man sees an attractive woman...
When a man sees a
tell me how am I supposed
Okay, this has nothing to do with the question, guys.
yes.
I was trying to sing just then, and I didn't interrupt you.
We weren't in the middle of my segment.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry.
I'm going to say yes. Yeah. That's fantasizing is something that men do. In a general population, yes, men do that.
Yeah, I would have to agree, I guess. I mean, men are visual.
So y'all are walking around at the mall and just imagining having sex with everyone?
No, come on now.
Not necessarily everyone, no. But
no.
It's got to be a strong attraction of some sort. So you first undress her with your eyes.
So we're on a date and you're just like losing off into space. I'm like, what are you doing? You're in the middle of...
Well, just do a boner check. If I'm good, then you don't have to worry about it.
No, it's not like that. It's not like you just like, I fucked like half the people in the mall. No.
3/4.
No, it's not like that. Good Lord. No, so maybe I'll disagree. Maybe I'll say no, because, I don't know. Do you?
I mean, I have done that plenty of times before, but I don't necessarily find myself... Let's put it this way.
You can look over and say, oh, that's an attractive girl, but you didn't just have sex with her in your head.
If I am not if my mind is not preoccupied with something or someone else, then yes, I would have a tendency to imagine if I'm horny and I'm just, I see something that I find very attractive, then yes, I would imagine myself in that position.
So the first time you saw me, did you think that?
Before I even met you, I had you undressed from your Facebook pictures. What about Tax Girl?
Yeah.
Wait, you're asking her about Tax Girl?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I had her undressed too.
Now, did you imagine sleeping with your girl?
I've already done it.
Did you imagine sleeping with your girl before you know?
Of course,
okay. Yeah. See, now apply that same question to your current girlfriend, and it's a whole new answer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more exciting. I don't know. At least with me, anyway.
All right, Victoria in Florida wants to know, how have your sexual needs changed in your 20s, 30s, 40s?
Victoria, first of all, I want to know what your secret is. That's an old school Ron joke right there.
Oh my God.
So how have our sexual needs changed from our 20s to 30s to 40s?
Needs?
Well, only one of us in the room is in his 40s.
You're pretty close.
Oh, well, that wasn't very nice.
Hey, I'm not in my 40s. I'm 40.
Oh, okay.
Once you reach 41 is when you're in your 40s.
Oh, all right. Fair enough. Technically, you're in your 41st year of life.
Oh, jeez.
Well, how have these sexual needs changed throughout the decades?
You're getting bored of us. That's what you're doing. We're not answering.
I don't think that they have.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, I would. I have to think about how I performed and what I chased when I was 20 to when I'm 30, and I consider myself more mature now. More. You know what? I will tell you this. I'm much more experimental with things than I used to be. When I was 20 or 19 or 20, living in Cape Canaveral, it was just, normal, run-of-the-mill sex. Don't get me wrong, it was fun, but I find myself doing more and exploring more and wanting to try different things that I read about or I hear about or I see in porn or whatever. So, I would say I'm more explorative. Yes.
I think I've always been that way, so.
All right.
All right. Mary in Florida wants to know, what does telling the truth mean to you, and how important is it to your sense of what it means to be a good man?
What?
What does telling the truth mean to you?
It's all about integrity and what are you talking about? How is this like a relationship question, or is this just
I can answer
a
that way.
general being a person?
So to me, honesty is paramount to the success of a relationship. Of course. And I've had this, I told you this before, I could more easily forgive infidelity as long as I'm told later about it, like after it happened. If you're honest with me about it and you talk to me about it and you tell me why it happened, you know, so I can rationalize with you, I can understand your perspective. I'd much more easily forgive that than just a flat out lie that you got caught in. And I'm saying you, but I'm talking in general for females. So to me, it's higher on my list than infidelity for what's the most important thing in a relationship. Honesty is the most important thing, hands down.
I'd have to agree as well. I mean, I just have to agree.
Okay.
Honesty. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'd forgive infidelity. I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
I think that's unforgivable, but just honesty is paramount.
I don't personally think that it's unforgivable. It depends on why it happened. In all honesty, if Andrea cheats on me and it's because of something that I'm not doing for her, and I recognize that, and it's not just an excuse at the time, but if it's an actual thing that I'm not providing for her, or I'm not there for her, or I'm too distant, or I'm whatever the case is, if I can understand and rationalize that and correct that behavior in my life, if I can fix it, then it's forgivable and I can move past that. However, if I can't fix it, if it's something too much for me that she needs, for whatever reason, whatever the reason happens to be, then it would not be unforgivable.
Like if I turned into a lesbian?
I might be able to live with that. I just want to watch. How about that?
You wish.
Kind of.
All right, I just have one more question.
Okay.
All right.
I just want to, have you ever said, I love you accidentally on a phone call to the wrong person?
I remember
No. Actually, I did it in a text once on accident. Because, like predictive texting, when that first came out, like, that shit was, like, weird. And I was texting this girl, and it actually came out, I love you, and I was like, whoa, and I actually hit it send, and I was like, no. And she just laughed.
She immediately responded, I love you too.
No.
Yay, he finally said it.
No, not at all. She was like, what is this? And I had to explain it to her, because she didn't even understand how that happened. How do you accidentally text that and hit send, So I had to explain, no. I was going too fast, and then, yeah. So
I got out of a relationship with a 10-year marriage. All right. 10 years in a marriage. And I started dating a couple different people. And I happened to be driving home one night from work. So I was somewhat distracted with driving while I had my little Bluetooth earpiece on.
Yep.
And I ended the conversation quickly, like we were hanging up because I had another call or something. I don't remember what was going on, but I needed to end the call abruptly. And I didn't even realize that I had done it because we were in that relationship. We were not even officially boyfriend, girlfriend. Nothing like that had happened yet. But I let I love you slip, and I didn't even catch that I said it. And we hung up the phone, and then she called me back a few hours later, and she goes, do you realize what you said when you hung up? I'm like, no. She's like, yeah, I was on, she had it on speaker in her room with her, she had another friend over, and her girlfriend heard me say it too. Like, son of a bitch. I'm like, well, I didn't mean it. That was force of habit, I guess. So, yes, I've let it slip in the worst kind of way.
So is she like, I love you too?
No, we were not at that point in a relationship, and I explained it to her. I'm like, look, I was married for 10 years. It's just something that falls off the tongue, and at that point, it's just force of habit. So I told her, I said, that's not how I feel. If that's what I said, I'm sorry. That is not how I feel. That's just something that I slipped and said.
All right.
All right.
That's it.
That's it.
All right.
What's that?
It's over.
Good guyery
It's over.
questions.
Go home.
Get out of here.
For you listeners that want to participate, add Andrea on Facebook if you want and send her a message on Facebook if you want to send it directly to her, or send us an email to show@livingpodcariously.com and just address it like question for the guyery or question for Andrea to ask or something like that. She's pretty much taken over that segment and run with it, and it's a lot smoother for us, Tach, because we don't have to go through the emails and
I like it smooth.
hash those out.
I like it smooth.
I like it smooth too.
Yeah, you love it smooth.
I love it smooth. Wait, what are we talking about?
Wow.
Emails, right?
Yes.
Females.
Smooth.
Females or emails?
Wait, which is it?
Yes. All right. Well, do we have anything else?
Watch the Olympics. Go USA.
Oh, speaking of the Olympics, real quick.
What?
Did you see the Brazilian floor? What are they? What's that called when you do the floor flips and shit?
With the
floor routine?
dude with the broke his calf or whatever?
I didn't see a dude that broke anything. No. Oh, actually, I did see
Yeah.
that. I thought that was an old one though.
No.
Is that the guy that broke his leg? Like,
yeah, that
the
just
femur?
happened, I guess. Yeah.
It's not a FEMA. No, this chick was doing the floor routine where she, runs and flips all over the floor. Well, she landed, and then I guess her land was supposed to immediately spring her into a short little somersault kind of flip. Well, her legs hit, and then she bounced in the air and got about half of the tuck under, and she landed right on her neck. Like really, really dangerous looking. Well, she gets up to finish her routine, and she's standing over in the corner, and you can see her eyes are like completely glazed over, like 420 kind of glaze. Well, she looks over at her coach on the side, and she shakes her head and slowly walks off the field of play or the mat or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Yeah.
And it disqualified her, of course, from that particular round. But you could tell she was hurt because that was a bad landing.
Damn.
Phelps is already cleaning up golds, by the way. U.S. as of right now is leading like 12 medals to the closest competitor was at like 8 or 7 or something like that. So yeah, U.S. is doing well. So hopefully they can keep that momentum up, and hopefully nobody will die from Zika or something down there.
Right? It's dangerous there.
Yeah, this is a dangerous Olympics. This year is pretty bad. All right, well, Andrew, you have anything else?
Nope.
No? Tach, anything else?
Nope, I'm all set.
All right, that's going to be it for this week. Be sure to check out facebook.com/livingpodcariously or follow us on Twitter @podcarious. I'm Adam.
And I am Tach.
And I'm Andrea Joy.
Thanks for listening.